Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of the Thai Forest Sangha. We're continuing tonight in a talk by Ajahn Ahimsako called Returning the Light. Now, going back to that phrase, the mind seeing the mind, it's that quality of awareness, knowing what's coming into the mind. Then there's the fourth phrase from Lumpur Dune. The result of the mind seeing the mind is the cessation of suffering. Last year I spent the winter retreat here at Abhayagiri, and we were having Dharma readings nearly every day. Going down the line, we would all do Dharma readings from different books. The boundary that was set out was that it needed to be Thai disciples from the Thai forest tradition, not Western disciples. Many times it struck me how the different practitioners that we were reading from had this same or similar phrase, the mind seeing the mind. Ajahn Chah, Ajahn Mun, and other various teachers. In my own experience, I first heard it years ago during a Dhamma talk at Amaravati, and it really jumped out at me. The idea that there's the mind that sees the contents of the mind. So taking something like dukkha, that which sees suffering, is not suffering. I remember very clearly how it stood out for me as a concept. And I know for myself that when I'm mindful, like that day in Latvia, of an experience, when I notice that energy of trying to get as much as possible out of an experience, the stress drops away immediately. Seeing it is a bit like shining a light on a shy animal. In the forest here, when we're walking at night with our flashlights, some animals are more shy than others. It's like shining a light on an animal that's quite shy. It just disappears. But then, when my mindfulness is weak, then it comes back. So that's why I say it's a work in progress for me, because it's not steady. And when I'm not mindful, I get caught. My mind is sent out, and it engages and gets lost in that object, whatever it is. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.